Hello, Firtless. My, haven't we had a few back and forths and downloads with a particular group? But yeah, oh dear. Okay, so if you've been following the past few uploads, you'll notice that we've been interacting with a group called Shockwave Paranormal. This all sort of stemmed from a live stream they did called ITC and the Bullying, and I wanted to try and give them my outlook, if you like, on ITC and whatnot. But I think the argument, we'll call it an argument if you want, because it devolved into that to a degree, which usually does, but that's still not hate speech, don't worry, no problem. No feelings were hurt on this end, and I'm sure not your end either, don't worry. But so he's put, Shockwave Paranormal has done a 44-minute, this is the end, this is the line drawn, I'm going to say my things and phew, I'm gone. Don't come on my channel again and give me a load of grief. No, sure, no problem. Well, I won't be visiting your channel again, that's absolutely fine, don't worry. But I just wanted to highlight one more thing. You said that I do a response video, no doubt, because I'm attention grabbing and baiting, which is you're partially right in a way, because I do like to encourage you know, debate and stuff. That's, you know, kind of the whole point, isn't it? No? Okay. So I think you've misunderstood the entire thing, actually, which is a bit of a shame, really, because, well, maybe it's down to me not being, I'm a mumbler and I ramble on, don't I? I certainly repeat myself a lot. Yeah, I do that for a reason. Do you notice how Paranormal repeats himself every single thing? You know, spirits manipulate audio, yada 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 yada. I've been doing this for 9 years, 10 years, increases every 4 weeks or whatever. Yeah, repetition, because you might have new subscribers and stuff, and I'm so in a routine of repeating myself, so definitely. But I got a feeling that you might not have watched the videos in their entirety or switched off quite early, not because of short attention span, but because you can't be arsed, which is, yeah, that's okay, no one forces you. But I just wanted to get one or two things that I think you misunderstood, especially as far as the bait statement. 2 seconds. Just like you taking cups of tea, take drags of naughty cigarettes. Hey, you're an ex-smoker, well done. That's achievement. Kudos. Okay, so the whole thing or debate I tried to outline, it wasn't that fake, apps are fake, and that bloody word fake, fact. No. I tried to highlight about clarity of replies, what you deem as evidence of a reply. The reason why I wanted you to watch that session wasn't to bait you. If I wanted to bait you, then the first video was the bait, and, well, I guess it worked, if you want to say that. That was the bait, if you like. The video of my session that I'm kind of proud of, because of the quality of the replies, because it doesn't happen like that all the time, if at all, hardly, like, you know, rare, because this thing doesn't work all the time. This was the problem. I know people, Firtless, are going to be banging their heads against the wall like, why are you trying order? Just fucking let it drop. I am, I promise you, after this video, even if they do another one, which they won't. I know they won't, which is fine. We're going our separate ways, don't worry, people, on all fronts. But I just want to outline something. The reason why I asked you to watch that video, because I wanted you to compare it to your own sessions, regardless of the device I was using. Say I was even using apps, okay? Shockwave. Say I was even using apps, right? Compare it to your sessions that you've, of the ones I've seen. Maybe there's one hidden away or whatever. And that's why I asked you to link me to compare it against. Can you show me a link where, you know? It wasn't about baiting, and it wasn't like, please watch my video, please watch my video. If you didn't respond, you didn't respond, you know, whatever. But you watched it, and that's why I was like, okay, I'm glad you watched it, because then the seeds of doubt for next time you put up what you call evidence, because like I say, I can't tell the difference between what is your replies and what is just the app or the radio or whatever it is you're using, mainly down to the portal, because it's so gooey, if you like, you know. It's meant to enhance your replies, isn't it? Make them clearer, isn't it? I thought that was the whole point of it, isn't it? No, well, maybe there's another reason. So what I wanted you to do, obviously the session I showed you, and you say, yay, well done, you got spirit communication, yay. And, yeah, okay, fine, and other people have got that too, but the clarity, the devil, the swear words, whatever, you know. On your latest Jonathan one, I couldn't tell the difference between. If you removed your subtitles, I wouldn't be able to tell what was replying and what wasn't. And my point was, if you asked your audience to go through it, would they all come up with different, answers? If the answer's yes, they would all come out different things. That's a problem, isn't it? Because, well, we all hear differently, sure, unless something's dead clear. You brought up some interesting points on that finale, though, and a few things I'll take on board, right? We'll talk about the K2 thing. You see some people use a K2 sometimes, not something you really stand by because it's quite a dodgy piece of equipment, inclined to agree. But you'll watch someone's, session, and the K2's going off, and you're like, that's because your camera's too close to it. And you wouldn't point that out to them. You would let them go, would you? For fear it might put them in a bad place or upset them. Not if you phrase it right. Hey dude, just a small tip. You know, your K2 going off is probably because your camera's too close. If someone gets upset by that, then what fucking world are we living in? Maybe I came on a little bit strong with you on some things because I thought, well, you could handle it. You seem quite sure of yourself and that. I don't think you'd, well, you already said it just doesn't bother you or whatever, so no problem with the debate, but I'm just saying, I think you misunderstood the entire debate, unless that's a purposeful thing, because you decided to strawman at the end by, changing the topic. Fine, critique my parenting, I shouldn't smoke and swear in front of my daughter. It's a valid criticism, I shouldn't. Thankfully, my daughter tells me off for swearing and with it. And the smoking thing, hey, I'm a flawed human being, what can I say? I really am, that's one of the fault I got, We all have faults, and that's one of my faults. I freely stick my hand up and admit that, okay? And debatable about sessions in front of children, it's a grey area. And in general, no, shouldn't really do the paranormal in front of kids. But look at this 12-year-old that's going with Nick Groff. How do you feel about that? Ghost Queen's got a massive load of flap over her raising issue over that, but she did fucking use a child's image. Ooh, shouldn't have done that. So yeah, I just wanted to outline that I think you misunderstood what my whole point was. I wanted you to watch that video to compare to your session. It wasn't a mine's better than yours kind of movement either. It was, scrutinise your own evidence. You think you got a reply there? It says Jonathan or whatever. Did you get a reply? Could it be misinterpreted as anything else? Like I say, you brought up a few good points. Towards the end, certainly. Like I say, going back to the K2 thing, you wouldn't tell them. No, but what your criticism there has done is made me... Next time I talk to someone, or critique someone if you like, I'll be a bit more tactile if I can, because no, I don't want to send anything to a bad place. So I'll learn something from you there, or at least got me to think about. Next thing, don't knock it till you tried it, as you say. Well, not as you say, but, in effect is what you're saying. You're writing off apps, but you're not trying them, or whatever. Maybe you should get out there and try it. I didn't just come to this conclusion about apps, and it's not they don't work. It's that how do you discern the spirit and what is not spirit? How do you discern that? That one is spirit because it said its name at the right time. Well, the name's in the bank, but there's only a 1 in 3,000 chance of that happening. Still a chance it can happen. Can spirit now choose what MP3 it can, wants to use? maybe. I need more evidence on that, but you know, maybe I don't know. But before I got my spirit box, I couldn't afford a spirit box for a long time. This is way before I did YouTube, and I tried numerous apps, absolute hundreds of them. I think the closest one that I got, I felt I had replies from, was EchoBox, actually. So yeah, you know, I'm not writing off apps per se, and there are some good ones out there. Like, I think the fusion of analog with digital is the way to go. A good example, Live Ghostbox. There's Mark Coltus. There used to be the Holte one, but they no longer run it because it costs money to run that kind of thing. But Mark Coltus, a Live Ghostbox, that's a fusion of analog and digital. I think I got a feeling that Spirit seemed to work better with analog principles. Example, rather than a digital recorder, if you've got a tape recorder, I think that works far more. I don't know, it's just a theory, I can't prove that. What was the other thing you were saying? I don't know. Yeah, we'll part ways, no worries, farewell. It was fun while it lasted. Oh yeah, that's it. We'll go to the trolling stuff, and I'm so proud of my audience and whatnot. Nobody is responsible for their audience. Like the dude who, said, you're just jealous because you can't afford high quality equipment, which I scoffed at and laughed at because it's fucking ridiculous. Don't do it afford, and in my mind, you even if I did have that sort of money to plough $3,000 on, I wouldn't do that anyway. They're an audience of yours clearly, but you don't control them, do you? You don't. But most of I went through the comments, and there's only one or two I recognised there, and they're being respectful. Not saying that, you didn't receive some flack from other dodgy accounts. That happens, doesn't it? Of whoever. But they're not accounts that I see on my channel. But that doesn't mean to say that's not my audience, just under sock puppet. But I'm not in charge of them. I ask them not to, and likewise you. You said that there are a couple of dodgy parody channels of yours come Wave Paranormal, and you laughed at it too, which is good. It was kind of funny. Come up, and I certainly disagree that they used your wife in there. So shame on whoever is my audience that used his wife. It's not cool. If you're gonna do a parody channel, fine, whatever. That's parody's funny. I get roasted. I've got loads of roasts over me. Shockwave, enjoy that. Don't get all het up over it. But they shouldn't distort your wife's image, implying something that's disgusting. But again, But I couldn't find these channels. I did look for them. I couldn't find them. I'd have commented and said, "Don't. It's not cool." But I couldn't find them. I'm not saying you're lying. They probably deleted it straight away, or whatever. And when you say you got screenshots, this is just an FYI. Don't care what screenshots you got. If you have screenshots of something and you're debating someone, arguing about or whatever it is, show those screenshots in the video, because then otherwise you look like a bit of a dick going, I got these screenshots, and then you don't provide them. Just looks like you're bluffing. Excuse pun. So yeah, that's about it. Yeah, we are going for a close. Any firtless that are like, this is head inducing, please order, make it stop, stop. You're you guys are just too separate. It's over now, like I say, they've done their last one, they're not going to reply to me, and I don't want them to. If they watch this, great. If they don't, it's not a problem. I'm not trying to bait you, I promise you. And even if they do put out a response to this one, I promise you I won't put out a response to them. I just wanted them to understand. I think they misunderstood the entire debate, and I'm not going to repeat it because I repeat myself, which is something I do a lot. So maybe just drive home the message, I guess. Does that make sense? We all cool? Good, Shockwave. Wish you all well, as you do me. Nobody hates anyone. There is no hate speech, just debate, and that's good. And we had a debate, and we're no further. It's a stalemate, which I sort of expected, but meh. Adios.